Alright guys, so I'm doing some stuff here with this computer, and I've just installed the Silicon Power SP RAM into it. I went ahead and ordered another group of 16 because these guys claim to have a lifetime warranty on their stuff, and I know they've been around for a few years, so they seem to be a decent brand. They don't offer it. Nobody, for $15.99 for two 8 GB sticks, you're not going to buy it cheaper no matter what brand you buy on Amazon. About $34 to $37 for some of the other cheapest packages for 32 gigabytes. This motherboard supports 32. So, I forgot to turn on the monitor. Anyway, so you're going to be spending more money if you buy them in a group. And this company doesn't offer them in 32 or 64 or anything like that. They just offer like that. I've got to reset this thing because it's defaulting to Linux Mint, not Ubuntu, which is fine. But this is the way that this thing is set up now. We get a boot menu, and as soon as we get into the grub menu, we need to select advanced. It's not letting me do anything. No. So I got to restart it. I don't know what the problem is. Why it doesn't always recognize the keyboard. Okay. So I've been able to boot back and forth. Okay. So before it wasn't showing Mint. It was showing something else. Okay. Now Ubuntu's right here. There we go. Enter. So that's cool. So being able to do that, and I'm wondering if maybe I can install like a third version. So in Ubuntu, I've already downloaded a couple copies. Let me turn this off. I've already downloaded a couple copies of different versions of Linux that I want to try, and I'll just use Balena Etcher and put them on the thumb drive and then try them out. So this would have already been booted up a long time ago if I was using a solid state drive, but it's still like relatively quick for what it is. I just don't know. Like, there's lots of bad reviews about all the hard drives, and I've had a lot of computers over the years and a lot of hard drives, and I haven't had any really fail that much. I have one that completely died on me, but I mean, like, it's, you know, pretty uncommon, really, for the mechanical drives to fail, from what I've seen. Now, I don't know if I have Etcher in here, or no, you have to go into here to your files, your downloads, and then open. What the hell? Before there was a bunch of files in this folder. Okay. And then I think it was this one. So I haven't had a lot of time to really test the RAM as far as, like, you know, put it under stress. It's acting about the same as it did with 8 gigabytes as far as that goes, but it could be more related to the So we got Fedora. I haven't tried Fedora and the old PC Linux OS. I haven't tried that. Let's see. We'll try Fedora. I've never tried it before. Okay, now I need to put my flash drive into here and see. Make sure. I thought maybe the flash drive earlier might have been corrupted because I was having issues with it on the other old computer. That other computer, though, I can't boot anything from it because it doesn't. You have the UEFI or whatever the hell they call it, Unified. It's the new version of BIOS or whatever. Okay, so we're. No. Alright, I want to make sure that this is the right one just for some reason. Okay. That is definitely the drive. The kids keep coming out here and interrupting me. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to restart this computer. And I'm actually going to plug in the new drive. And I'm going to put Mint on this drive. Okay? Then I'm going to come in later on with Fedora. Okay, so rather than reflash Mint onto this drive later on, we'll just do it now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open this thing up. We'll have a look in here. So this is kind of my test bed computer. Kind of interesting that they have like this mark here, like somebody tried to open this. There's seals on both ends. We'll go ahead and cut the seal. It does look like really like somebody had opened it before. I don't think any of these drives come with a cloning device. So this is supposed to have cache in it. It's pretty long. Damn, dude. Look at that. Woo! So you can't say they didn't try. Installation guide. Please remove the outer casing of your computer. It's really hard to read. Please install the SD properly and tighten the screws. Turn on the computer and install the operating system. Please visit www.fikwot.net to learn more about products. Important, please read this book before use. This product is a precision instrument. As a precision instrument, be sure to regularly back up important data and save into this product or other storage media. We are not responsible for any damage or loss or store data of this product, connected products. In addition, we cannot repair, restore, or duplicate the record contents. Note that if data cannot be saved in this product for some reason, we cannot take any responsibility for any reason. You may not be able to put disk in standby mode, resume, or suspend the disk. If you have changed the settings on your computer's BIOS, restore settings on your computer's BIOS before installing the OS. If you do not restore the settings of your computer's BIOS, you may not be able to install the OS. Please do not use pliers to remove the cables when replacing the product. It may damage the mounting part. We do not guarantee PC damage, or malfunction due to installation or disassembly. Please pay attention. Pretty thorough. And that's all for English. They give you a little picture on how to do it in case you're dumb. I wouldn't say that if you had no idea what the hell you were doing, would you be able to figure it out with this, but at least they kind of, show you. kind of hard to read. Okay, so DEFRITES, and then on the back side PT RUS JP KR SA BN TH. So they've covered a lot of different languages. Very cool on them. There's the actual drive. It's got seals on it. Warranty void if removed. Somebody said it came with mounting screws, which I was like, nah, I doubt that. Anyway, it's a little bit heavier than some of the other drives that I've bought, which is, you know, they're very, very light to start with. So, I'm going to go ahead and power down this computer. Come over here. Now, this poor computer here, the drive base things are actually broken. It's a cool idea. The little wheels. I don't know how that one did that. Anyway, I've gotten a few computers that didn't even have these at all. There was older ones. So, just see if we can get in here. So whoever put this computer together didn't really think it out real well, because some of these are just really a pain. Anyway, all right. I know it has like these extra connectors on top of this crap. It's stupid. It's like it must be an older power supply, because why would I need these connectors for anything anymore? You can see them all over the place with adapters to an extra fan. Actually, I think that one might go to the case fan, because there's a big huge case fan. But anyway, I'm having trouble pushing these things back in because of all these ridiculous connectors. So, okay, so we're going to grab our thumb drive, and hopefully we'll get it to boot up into it. Let's see what happens. This thing is so snappy that it's like sometimes it's just like impossible for me to read what the hell is going on. Well, you know, the other thing too, I don't know, how do you benchmark a hard drive? I didn't even think about it. So, if you decide that you want to benchmark a hard drive, does it erase it? It's like, I don't know. So there's a Linux version of Crystal Disk Mark or whatever they call it. But I've never used it even with Windows, so I don't understand a lot about it. I probably should have did that before I got this far with this. So I wonder if it's possible to test this drive in here off of the live disk. Boy, there's really a lot of stuff in here. USB image writer. I was wondering if there was a way to test this thing before we start installing stuff on it. I'm not familiar with Mint, so if it was already in here, I wouldn't actually know. Alright, so I just finally wrangled one of the drives in here, shoved this in one here. The SATA cable is actually partially broken. I just don't want to sit here and keep fooling around with this. So, what I'm trying to do now, let me go ahead and restart it. And I need to make sure that I get into the Ubuntu, where I think I already have installed the tool that will test the drive, and then we can run a test on the drive. Alright, so we're installing KDisk Mark. This is for Linux. It's made by Dmitry Sidorovo. Well, I don't know. Anyway, Dmitry. So, it's very similar to the Crystal Disk Mark, but it's for Linux. There are some notes and some information and things they recommend you do before you try and test it. I would guess the best time to test one of these is before anything's ever been done to it. So we're going to get this on here and we're going to benchmark this new drive. And we're using the old drive for the OS. Let's see where we're at. Looks like it's pretty close to done. Just click on the developer website. Pretty slow. Not doing anything. Interesting. So it's on okay, so Dmitry calls himself also John Mangan. Anyway, he's got some stuff on GitHub that you can read if you want to check it out. Information about it and things like that. I looked at this yesterday. So anyway, we're just waiting for this thing to finish. And then once it's done, we're not seeing our drive, are we? So we might have a problem with the HDMI, the SATA cable. I don't see the drive in here. Oh, it shows me my Pi-Star. Well, yeah, that's pretty cool. I wonder what happens when I click on it. Okay. Okay. we'll open this and we'll see if it maybe detects it, because I think what they were saying also with these drives is that like sometimes you have to format them first, and we'll just try it from here. Okay. Let's see. We'll get more than one open. There is a warning here. The addition of KDiskMark has limitations that cannot be fixed. Clearing the cache and writing protected directories will not be available. Without clearing the cache and measured read performance may not be correct. If necessary, use the native package for distribution or app image. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm not sure that this is where I want to be. Because this isn't the disk that I want to test. I only want to test the one disk. I don't know. So this is just the directory. Why is it 29.8 gigabytes? Oh, here's the drive down here. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have to fix this SATA cable. Alright, so this one's busted out on the other side, so I don't know if it's any good. So I went ahead and added one, and we'll see if maybe if now it'll pick up our drive. I don't think it's gonna, but because I actually don't really think that that cable was damaged enough to not work. Let's close this out. We're not actually seeing this drive on here. So I would say we're probably going to restart. Alright, so I've rebooted it and I still don't see the drive showing up here. So I'm kind of out of ideas at this point. If I can't see it, I can't benchmark it. We'll just check and see if it detects it on the benchmark. So it's not showing anything here, so I don't think that it's showing up. We could try the, let's see, yeah, maybe this one. Oh, I can see it right here. Okay. So, yeah, it's right here. So this is the drive. So, what do we need to do? We need to format it, I guess. It just says 512 gigabytes unknown. Alright. Alright. For use with all systems. Okay. Interesting. So I wonder how long this will take. I don't know that I really wanted to write this to a FAT32. That's stupid. Okay. Let me leave this open. Let's go back in here. We see it now. So now it shows up as SSD. Ham. Okay. So now we should technically be able to maybe through here. I don't know. I don't understand this thing. Okay, I don't want this drive. Let's see. Maybe we can. It's not mounted. Okay, is it mounted? All right. So now technically it's mounted. So it wasn't mounted before. This is such a pain. Who would have thought this would be like this difficult? Now, I don't know that you can actually do this, so if this computer screws up while we're doing this, it's actually trying to do something right now, so I'm just going to let it do it, and if something happens, it's just a spinning hard drive that has an OS on it. Because I need to figure out how to use this program. I don't have anybody over here to mentor me and tell me how to do this stuff. The way that I learn how to do stuff and show other people how to do stuff is by doing it myself. Hands-on experience, trial and error. So it's doing the read. So it's pretty slow. So just don't see how you could actually like benchmark a disk that's already full. But then again, wouldn't that be more accurate? Because they don't act the same when they're full and when they're empty. So right now, I'm not really sure what these other numbers mean at this point. I did see a video yesterday that kind of explained a little bit of it. But I'm pretty sure that that's the actual like write speed for certain types of amounts of data. And I think it's writing in a 1 gigabyte thing to the disk. So if the disk was like completely full, there might not be enough room to test it. Alright, so I don't really know what all these numbers mean, and I don't even know if this thing is done, but it hasn't done anything in several minutes. So I'm going to guess that these are just the write speeds of this drive. So it would make sense when you see numbers like this, that would make sense why they say SSD drives are 5 times faster, because yeah, they are. Because we're seeing a write speed of 132 megabytes per second, or a read. But they're on par with each other, they're pretty close. So, and it's probably really, when we think about 20 years ago how fast a computer was, this was probably plenty. It wasn't the limiting factor of most computers back then. It was the processor, or the RAM, or something else, you know. So, I remember the biggest thing back in the day was burning CDs and how long that would take, and, you know, if you had a really good computer, it would burn a CD real fast. I remember people that had really cool computers in the early 2000s, and some of them back then were actually pretty good for what they had. I remember a guy was able to burn a CD in like 4 or 5 minutes that would normally take like 20 or 30 minutes. Now, I don't know what kind of computer he had, but it was, you know, it was good for that time. Back when people were using the original Xboxes and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here, but it doesn't want to give me the option to test this other disk. I'm going to go ahead and close this and see if maybe if we can like maybe click on this thing and maybe there's a way to test it. Why do we have? I don't know if that's the wrong disk. Never mind. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, I'm not really able to really right click it. We'll open it in a new window. Open with, let's see if it'll let me do this. It's not even an option. So he's hoping that maybe it would let me open it with the K-disk thing. Alright. Can't do anything with that. Kilobytes used. Permissions. Yeah, I don't see anything that's going to let me do anything with it. So, what I can do is probably disconnect my other drive and install Mint on this drive here and go from there, and then test it again. But I don't understand why I can't just test it now. Maybe we're not in the right format. Wait. Benchmark. Oh, look at this. This is cool. I didn't know you could do this. Wow, that's pretty fast. I think it's already done. What did it do? I'm not sure what these numbers mean. Average read rate was 281.5 megabytes a second. That's interesting. That wouldn't be anywhere near what it's supposed to do. Let's do it again. .281.5 megabytes per second. Megabits. Faster than a spinning drive. But shouldn't this number be higher? Alright. It's also set as FAT32, which we should probably change. Okay. For use with Linux systems only. I'm going to go for the NFSTS. Okay. One thing I hate is how I'm constantly have to authenticate my password. Okay. So now, I'm wondering what it'll do. Even slower. Okay. Well, now we've turned it to NFSTS, blah, 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 whatever. Let's see what if it shows up here. Is this thing like only capable of like recognizing like whatever is on? So I'm gonna go ahead and open. Dang it. Where's it at? This is annoying. Okay. So this is what we got on this one. Unfortunately, it took the whole thing, which means I probably can't put another operating system on here. But let's go. Okay. Alright. Okay. Apparently, can't put my full name on there. Alright, so we've not been able to successfully benchmark this thing. Not been able to change the name of it either. Say, Alright. Shutting down.